I bought this blue 3DS XL from eBay and somebody seems to tore it in half, so let's see if I can repair it. Also, please consider subscribing to the channel as we're almost past 200 subs. And with that, let's move on to the video. I have a blue Nintendo 3DS XL here, and I can see that somebody really got mad at this 3DS. I mean, what could have possibly been happened that somebody raged and broke this 3DS in half? I don't understand. But I can see that the shell is in also relatively bad condition. Now let's see if we can turn it on. The screen looks horrendous. I mean, look at this. It's really dirty. Let's turn it on. Will it turn on? Oh, it does turn on. That's good. But I can see that the top screen is not working. Probably someone scarred the ribbon cable while they tore it apart. Now let's test the game cartridge on it. Let's see. Yep, that works. That's good. And now I want to plug it into a charger to see if there's any problem with the charging port. So I have my charging cable here for the 3DS. Let's plug it in. Now let's see. Oh, it does have a sort of missed connection over here. That's not good. It seems to be working. We'll definitely take a look at that later. So let me see now. Let me open the console. So I can see that the top screen definitely needs to be replaced, and this inner frame also needs to be replaced. And the seller mentioned there's a problem with the camera, so I'll replace those. Let's start by disassembling the console. Now I first need to remove these two screws from the outer plate, and I can pop this off. It is really dirty, so we definitely need to give these parts a good clean. And I'll remove the battery, which seems to be in good condition. And after that I'll have to remove this plate, which exposes the motherboard, but it's connected by the L and R cables, which they need to be removed. You might tear them, so be careful while removing that plate, but now we have full access to the motherboard. Since we have full access to the motherboard, I can now start by removing components from the motherboard. And I'll start with the Wi-Fi card, so I simply have to detach it from its socket. And I'll remove the antenna cable, attach to it like this. Yep, I think I got it out now. Yep, it's out. And I'll continue on by disassembling the screws. And then I'll remove the cables and the joystick module itself. With that, I can now flip up the motherboard to see the top screen ribbon cable. Like I said, we definitely have to replace that top screen. As you can see, the seller definitely tore that top screen ribbon cable. I'll remove the motherboard, and now to disassemble the inner frame, we have to remove these 4 screw covers to reveal the screws under them, which hold the inner frame and the top shell together. So I'll use my very sharp tweezers and my screwdriver to unscrew it. I'll flip the console, and we can now push forward on this shell, which should unlock it. It is pretty locked in there, but no, I think I got it now. Let me lift it up like this. Yep, I can now remove it and put it aside. And moving on to separating the inner frame, I just need to wiggle it a little to separate the metal ring that holds the inner frame together. And I'm gonna have to slide these ribbon cables through that little gap there and pull it up. Yep, there we go. And I have to slide out the Wi-Fi antenna. And there we go, we have separated the inner frame from the top frame. And now that we've done that, I can see the damage done to this inner frame. Look at that. It's been completely torn apart, but now I'll put that to the side. I'll start by unscrewing the speaker connection first so we can disassemble the top frame. And I have to push out this top screen, which is really on there with an adhesive. And I'll fold out these cables, and I'll remove the Wi-Fi antenna. So we have a clear path to remove these cables. And I'll put that to the side. And now what I have to do is I have to roll these cables up like a sphere and push them through that metal ring that I mentioned before. So I'll roll them up nicely, and I have to push them through this metal ring, which is probably the most difficult part in this repair. And there we go. Now to isolate the top screen, I can now remove the speaker cable and the camera cable. I'll just peel them off from their adhesives. And as you can see, we have a really dirty top screen. But before I remove that, I want to quickly disassemble the inner frame. So I want to wash all these parts. So let me first remove the bottom screen. Now let me remove this adhesive. And I can see the bottom screen is really dirty. So I'm just going to rub it in with some isopropyl alcohol with a Q-tip to clean off all that gunk from the edges of the screen. And there we go. That should make it a really clean bottom screen. Since I'm going to wash all the parts, I'm going to remove the L and R buttons so I can wash this whole plate. So let me remove them. I'll also remove the plastic for holding the stylus, and I'll remove the flaps for the SD card. And now I can wash this entire plate. Now I want to take a look at the parts we're going to use. So we have a replacement camera, a replacement screen lens, and I'm going to replace the shell with this less bad one, I mean the top shell. The bottom shell is a newer one, so we're good on that. And here's the inner shell that we're going to use. And here's the top screen we're going to use. So before that, let's wash all the parts. I'll be using a giant Lego head as a top to wash these pieces. This is all I could find in such short notice, but I'll add some soap and I'll mix it around a bit so it bubbles up. And I'm going to add all the buttons to this. And I'll add the shells to this mixture. And I'll close it up and we'll let this sit for a couple hours and we'll see. So it is the next day. I let them sit overnight in the tub. As you can see, I've washed all of them, I rinsed them. And now I have to thoroughly clean them with 99% isopropyl alcohol. I won't show you 30 minutes of me cleaning everything, so I'll just show you the progress of how it's done. So just use a Q-tip and just wipe everything off. In these parts there are a lot of small creaks you need to clean, so be careful on those. So I've cleaned all the parts. We can now start by installing the top frame back. So I have my replacement top screen here. I'll just fold this protector so we can remove it later. I'll start by installing the Wi-Fi antenna first. We just gotta put the little cable in its little respective plastic sockets. I'll just attach the speaker cable onto the top screen first. I have to place it and I have to put these two cables and connect it to the top screen like this. Now that I've done that, I will put the top screen onto the shell and I have to install the camera under the speaker cable like this. And I'm just going to roll these cables up like this, just like the first time we removed, but this time to actually insert it into the hinge. So I'm just going to roll them up nicely and I'm just going to push it through this metal ring over here like this. So my method to not discard the cables is that I'm going to take non-sharp tweezers. Let me get my tweezer like this one. And I'm just going to pull them out very slowly. And yep, that should do it like this, 3 of them. And I'm going to insert the Wi-Fi antenna. And there we go. We installed the hardest part of the repair, just like that. Now that I've completed the top part back, I have my replacement inner shell here. I'm going to attach the hinge. That's the next step. And I'm just going to firstly take my Wi-Fi antenna and slide it through this gap like this. The Wi-Fi antenna needs to go first. And be careful. And I'm just going to put the cables through this little gap in the frame. I'm just going to align them up with the hole and push them in. Sometimes the Wi-Fi cable might get in the way, so you're just going to have to push that up like this. Yep. I'm just going to push them through like that. And I can now align the hinge. And to attach the hinge, I'm just going to put this black part back, which is the frame that locks it in. I'm just going to push it at this angle down. So it should lock in. Yep, there we go. And to install the motherboard, I have to install the components of the bottom part, including the bottom screen and all the buttons back, like this. And to install the motherboard, I first need to attach the top screen ribbon cable into its socket. I have to attach it, push down the flap, and now I can close down the motherboard. And I have to attach the motherboard while minding the cables not getting stuck underneath them. So I'm just gonna get out the Wi-Fi antenna and the bottom screen cables out the way. So I attached all the components back, so now I have to put in the battery to test the consoles to see if the top screen works, and I'll start by attaching the outer frame, and I'll attach the L and R buttons back. That's the L, and we have to attach it to the motherboard. That's the R button. I think I got it. It's a bit hard to get it in there, but yep, I have to push in the microphone as well. And there we go. I'll close this down and I'll put in a battery for this one. And now let's turn it on to see if it works. Come on. Hey, it does turn on. That's good. And the top screen looks crystal clear. And inner shell looks good. And joystick seems to be working. Now I want to test out the camera, so I have to push the L and R buttons at the same time to activate it. And there we go. I mean, the seller mentioned the camera was faulty, so I thought I'd just repair it. Let's check out the inner one. And we can see the camera, that's good. And the outer camera. And I can see my hand, that's great. Okay, let me return to the home menu. And now I'll turn this off and put it back fully. I'll put back the outer shell first. I've attached new screws on this one, and I'll screw it in real quick. This is a newer one, so it looks pretty clean. And nextly I'll put in the outer shell. I've attached this new camera lenses and this I think microphone or something. Rubber, and I'm gonna have to put this and pull down on this, and I'm gonna have to be sure it attaches. Don't want any gaps. So I'll push it down, and there we go. We attach the shells. Now what we have to do lastly is we have to screw in the top shell back. So I have to attach these 4 screws back, and I'm gonna put new rubber covers on them, like this. And we're finished with the shell. I mean, like, it looks pretty good. It's pretty on there, and I have to peel off the top screen. It looks pretty clean. Our new lens looks incredible with no dust in there. So let's turn it on to see if it works and see the final repairs. And there we go. It looks crystal clear. The top screen looks great. So I can say that this 3ds XL has been completely fixed.